All right, let's move on to a top story that we're following, a story that we covered as breaking news over the weekend, and that is the investigation into what caused a popular vineyard to go up in flames. WoodMill Winery has been a staple in the Lincoln County community for years, but yesterday it burned to the ground, sadly. So WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre is live there now. Jesse, I see what's left of the venue behind you, still smoke there. You spoke with the owner. What did he say?
The owner, this is devastating for them. He's had this winery for about 20 years. He actually was inspired to create wine or, build this winery after he learned that there was antioxidants from the wine that he was making that was helpful for his father who has arthritis. So this is a labor of love, and you can see some of the smoke still rising behind me. You see all of that rubble, and this is where they held events. This is where the wine was produced. This is where thousands of bottles of wine that goes to their retails and so forth that they sell, that is where it was stored. So all of that is just gone. He tells me, like, by the time they even got an alert that the alarm went off, the back deck was already gone, and as you can see, the entire structure is gone. Now they tell me that even this is a devastation that comes even after losing a third of their vineyard during Hurricane Helene. Now, despite all of this, they tell me that they are going to rebuild. They are staying strong. Now, here's one thing that the owner mentioned. If you look in that corner, you see that cross is still there. It did get some burning, but that was kind of one of the things that stands out to them as they lean onto faith. The American flag that they have here also not burned or anything like that in this fire. So this is something they've been definitely pointing out to say the cross is here, the flag is here. They're going to rebuild. They're going to be stronger. They will be back. Now, folks have been asking, how can they support this business? Well, in the back area, that is their music facility. They still plan to have a concert set up on September 13th. They still plan to have another event later this month. So that facility is still open and operational. Of course, everything's closed because of Labor Day and of course because of the fire, but they still plan to hold those events. What they tell me they will do as far as continuing business is they're going to shift a couple things into that building so that because without the wine, they kind of lost their revenue, but they're going to kind of try to produce and work through some of the other structures that they have. Now, the owner, he also told me that in that building where they hosted events, weddings, baby showers, and so forth, that is where a lot of their documents and client contact information was also there. So if you did have a wedding, if you did have an event that is planned here, make sure to contact them. They plan to have their phones back in service within a day or two, but give them some time, of course. But they will be working with everyone that has any event scheduled. But again, this is where the wine was set. I think he told me 9,000 bottles, is how much he estimates of bottles that he had stored here. So again, this is a big devastation, because this is a business, and so they, this has been tough for them to, wrap their minds around it, but they're not giving up. And at the end of the day, they're also very grateful for all of the support that they've gotten from people and all of this love that they've gotten from people, and they are just continuing to stay strong. Nick?
Yeah, a lot to wrap your arms around, but again, they have that music venue. They're looking for support. And like the owner said, Jesse, they will rebuild. Jesse, thank you for your time. You can catch Jesse's story at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock this evening. Again, Jesse, thank you for your time.